Aloha, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Grounding Ascension. So today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the things that I have been seeing in a lot of clients since I have been doing more Lemurian energy, rose healings, and activations. And coincidentally enough, I have been receiving a lot of women coming in having to reconnect to their wombs. And I don't think that this is a coincidence by any means. And I actually believe and am seeing how this is so much more common than what we actually believe or expect. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about, first of all, our disconnection to our womb, and then what we can actually do about it, like just the first natural, practical step to reconnect this thread that has been cut off. So I'm going to be creating a free download, and you can find that in the description below, so that you can start to reconnect this thread that we have been disconnected from, cut off of. And let me just explain a little bit about what happens when we are cut off from our womb. Basically, we have this channel that runs up and down our bodies. And this channel connects our light body, our energy body, our higher soul to our womb. It anchors down into our physical. So if you could imagine our womb kind of like a vortex or a portal into the physical, into our bodies, our womb is like the home of our energy body, our soul body. And so as we walk these transformational times and this new light is streaming in, we're asked to level up and ground, right? We're leveling up and we're grounding at the same time, ideally, these new levels of light. And for that to happen, we are required to anchor into our wombs, which is like the doorway. It's the portal from the energy to the physical, from the light to the matter, right? It's our portal from the unseen to the seen. And as women, we hold the womb, which is this transformational vessel. And so I know that sounded like a little bit of a sidetracking conversation to have, but it's really important to understand that when we are disconnected from our womb, we are cutting off ourselves from this channel, from this portal of the in-between, that bridge that connects the unseen to the seen. And so when we're disconnected from it, we feel disconnected from life. Our soul body feels disconnected from the life that we experience on the physical. And not only that, because there are a lot of the women that are coming to me, they don't feel disconnected from their life, but they do feel that there is a disconnection from the gifts that they have, that they bear, that they bring at a soul level, to the way that they're being able to express it, or better yet, are not yet able to express it out into the world. And I'm seeing that there's a direct correlation between their ability to express their gifts, their services into the world, and their ability to anchor into their wombs. So this is one of the big reasons why I want to share this with you, because I'm seeing more and more the connection and the importance of anchoring in and grounding and reconnecting and reawakening the womb space and what it means to us as women. So where do we go from here? How do we reconnect this thread? How do we reconnect ourselves to our wombs? And what does that even mean? Well, I've created this free download that you can have and actually start to unlock and discover the language of your womb. Because imagine this, if you are disconnected from something that you never even knew was there, how could you possibly reconnect to it? right? You don't even know what it looks like, what it feels like, what it tastes like. You don't know of it. So to tell somebody, yeah, just reconnect with it, it makes no sense, right? And I think about myself and where I was in the beginning of this path. And if somebody would have told me, yeah, just reconnect to your womb, right? I would have looked at them with a completely blank stare, a white face. Like, I don't know what language you're speaking to me right now. And this is why this work is happening right now. So to help you reconnect to this thing, to this womb space, to this portal of creation that we have forgotten for so many centuries and generations, the easiest thing and the most practical thing, and what has helped me on this journey, which I want to gift to you, is to reawaken the language of our womb. So here's what I want you to do. Obviously, go ahead and download with the link provided. And it's going to walk you through the process of reawakening the language of your womb. Now, understand that the divine feminine works with time. She is not the masculine, right? The divine masculine works differently than the divine feminine. And because she is the carrier of time, this is something that is to be done and practiced through time. And it's important to give it its due diligence and practice it on a day-to-day basis. This is not something that you just start today and you get it, right? The feminine, the divine feminine, when we nurture something, when we birth something, it requires our awareness, it requires our love, day after day, moment after moment, breath by breath, right? The patience is a part of this process. And I say that because the patience that is required to birth and plant a seed in the soil, this is what is required from the divine feminine to reawaken this language of our womb. And I say that to lay the foundations so that you don't have an expectation of, I'm going to have a free download and I'm going to figure out tomorrow what my womb is telling me, right? Meanwhile, I've had 5 to 10 generations and who knows how many lifetimes of being disconnected to my womb. So in no way am I trying to tell you this is a quick fix. As a matter of fact, it's not. It's a reawakening of the encyclopedia and the books of knowledge that lie within your bones. And that is a lifelong process. But if you start today, I can tell you that for me, with just a few cycles, and the cycle is every menstrual cycle, you will start to pick up patterns. And the more that you nourish this relationship to your womb, the easier and more flow you will have in reawakening this language. So go ahead and download the link provided. And it's really simple. Every day upon waking, and by the way, this is how I do it. You do not ever have to replicate what I say. The divine feminine works in unique and mysterious ways for every single individual man, woman, child on this planet. So the idea is for me to open the door and lay out the carpet and you to walk the path that is divinely guided for you. But you have to start somewhere, and I wish that somebody would have opened the door for me. It would have saved me a lot of time and energy and a lot more other things. So what you will do is, upon waking every day, you will place one hand on your heart and one hand on your womb, and you'll just simply take a few breaths. This is not meditation. This is not breathing exercises. This is nothing outside of ideally sitting upright. And if you don't like to sit upright, you can stay laying down. I find that if I sit upright, I become a much clearer channel. And this is before you even getting up or doing anything. This is you bringing awareness upon the first few moments of your day when you realize, oh, I'm up, it's a new day. You sit upright. You place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Your womb space, not your belly. and you take a few breaths. And all you do is that. You don't notice anything, you don't push anything, you don't control anything, you don't ask anything. You simply become an empty vessel and receive. And you do this for as long as you want. It could be for 10 seconds, it could be for 2 minutes, it could be for 20 minutes. For me, it changes every single day, and I'm not going to give you a box that you have to do. And in the beginning, maybe your mind is going to be a little scattered. Oh my God, what is it supposed to be? What am I receiving? La, 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 la. And that's okay. And then through time, as you imprint this routine into your awareness, your womb will say, oh, I think she's reconnecting to me. I think I'm safe to speak again. And that language will start to appear as visions, as memories, as sensations, as emotions. And all you have to do starting today is take a few words of that experience of whatever you receive and write that down. And don't think anything of it. Don't try to create any stories around it. Simply write it down. And do this for at least one complete cycle. One complete cycle means at least however long your menstrual cycle is. So that could be for you 28 days, 30 days. Start today. You don't have to wait until your first bleed. And so after doing this for at least 30 days, I want you to look back and just notice. Notice the days that your mind were scattered. Notice the days that you were calm. Notice the days that you received something or nothing. And this is how I started to reawaken in the language of my womb and reconnect to the wisdom of my body. And notice how I mentioned earlier that at some point the womb will say, oh, I feel safe to express myself again. Here's the thing. Long time ago, the womb was safe to express itself. And then it became very unsafe. And so this is why we need patience in this process. This is why I want you to download that magic charting cycle, which is also part of the cyclical living planner. It's already included in there. Because when we work with the divine feminine, we are tapping into the esoteric, we're tapping into the mystical, we're tapping into that which does not have a written word or language to it. It expresses itself through thoughts and meaning and feelings and emotions, which has such a vast multitude of expressions and multidimensional experiences attached to it, right? So many times there is no word for the feminine because she is so vast. But when she started to be shunned down, repressed, and basically attacked through time, she learned on an esoteric mystical level not to connect to us because her ways were dangerous and her ways were revolutionary and rebellious. And so as we create the container for her to be safe once again, she will slowly show herself to us. And I really want you to take your time with this process. Be patient, love yourself through it. Do not have any expectations for yourself. But I want you to do only one thing. Commit. Commit for at least 30 days. Ideally, if you have any kind of womb trauma, and honestly, from the women that I work with all over the world, 99% of us have trauma from this lifetime, from generational traumas or from other lifetimes. And trauma could be something as simple as jealousy. Now, I'm not even talking about sexual trauma. So anyway, if you have that and you know that and you think you may have that, I do recommend doing this for at least 3 cycles, because the door has been so heavily layered and built upon that it takes a little bit more love. It takes a little bit more to create that safety container. And then just be curious about it. It's kind of like a child stepping onto a playground for the first time ever in their lives. They have no idea the potential of a playground. They just see other children doing things and they're like, ooh, that looks like they're having fun. I wonder if that potential exists for me too. And just stay curious and notice. And then once that first cycle, second cycle, or third cycle of tracking this magic is complete, I want you to please reach out to me. Share your experiences with me, because I want to know how this sits with you. This is a process that was shown to me. And this is the reason why I have created the Cyclical Living Planner. And yet I understand that it's something that for a lot of women feels far-fetched. So I want to make it as simple and practical and easy as possible. And I want you to receive the wisdom of your womb. And it's inside you. There's nowhere for you to go. And yes, through time, different things will be revealed to you, and then you'll be guided. You'll be guided by the divine feminine within you to take the next steps. But you have to start somewhere. And for me, this is how I started. And what unfolded changed my life forever. So I really hope that you get something from this and you enjoy the process. And if you do, I would love, love, love to hear from you. Okay, my dear. Enjoy it, and I will see you for the next time. Mwah.